Welcome to Nightique. I'm Edward St. Pé. Well, tonight we've got Jerry Lake, who is the owner of Carter Jewelers, and it's in the central area of the state in Jackson. Carter Jewelers, it's been around since the Civil War era, so it's been a long-term fixture in the Jackson area. Now, why is Jerry here? He's going to be talking to us about how to buy diamonds and engagement rings, some tips, some do's and don'ts before you go out and make the purchase so that you make a smart purchase. Also with us, we've got the communications director of the city of Clinton. He is bringing in his new music video, which is promoting the city of Clinton, and we're going to talk to him about all of the great things going on in Clinton. Now, I hear Nellie Mack in the green room.
At Carter Jewelers, all permanently marked down jewelry is now 50 to 70% off. We purchase Cartier type quality diamond jewelry from a company changing their brand name. We're selling this jewelry at closeout prices.
I have built a lot of diamond jewelry with better quality and prices than 90% national brand, with 1 carat start at $1,000.
Neptune cultured pearls now 60% off. Whole case of diamond jewelry under $200 with a regional selection of jewelry including Pandora.
Ingalls Shipbuilding is hiring electricians, structural welders, machinists, ship fitters, pipe fitters, and pipe welders in our Pascagoula, Mississippi site. Signing bonuses available for pipe welders only. Positions are union represented. Come build your career with Ingalls Shipbuilding. Go to www.huntingtoningalls.com/careers or call 888-935-1507. Well, our guest tonight, speaking about diamonds and jewelry, Mr. Jerry Lake. Jerry, thank you for being with us. Jerry Lake from Carter Jewelers.
Thanks for having me.
Carter Jewelers in Jackson, in the capital city. Now, I guess we would say that Carter Jewelers is a standalone jewelry store, like in the old days. It's not a chain store. It's a store unto itself. Correct?
It's a stand-alone store, and it's.
Is that different from a? Does that make you different in the way you sell product than a chain store?
Well, not necessarily. It's we are a standalone, and it's a store that was established in 1849, and I'm the 4th owner of this business. I bought it in 1997.
Now, you have a unique perspective as a jeweler, as a person who owns the store, because you are the #1 guy in charge. It's not a chain of command with 1,000 stores and general manager. You are the guy. Now, what is the best advice you can give to our viewers about, if let's say they're going to buy an engagement ring, or let's say they're going to buy a diamond, and they are not, this is something new to them. What would you tell them? What's the best advice?
Well, my advice would be, the first thing you'd want to do is put together a budget, a parameter of how much money you can allocate. I mean, that can vary greatly from a lot of people. Instead of maybe just having a girlfriend or a future fiance say, this is what I want, and it costs 20 times more than what you can afford.
Do people do that?
Unfortunately, there's a lot of that.
And a lot of debt, right, in the beginning
there's
of
a lot of debt. They will go out and they'll borrow money from the bank, or we do Wells Fargo, or they'll go out and borrow a lot of money from their parents to try to please, to get, maybe something that they think their fiance wants.
Now, here's a question. What if they give this $20,000 ring and then they break up?
That's a big problem. It's because at that point it's the ring is it's a used ring, and it's already been paid for. We'll take back on those situations, and we will, if it's been just there's some occasions where we will give a refund, but usually it's something where we would take back, either take it in on trade or take it in on consignment and resell and that kind of thing. But we're not looking to sell jewelry and for them to wear it for a month or 2 months and then bring it back in and get their money back. That's not how we do business.
So if they do a budget and they go in and let's say I can only spend this much money and they go in, that's the right approach to start with.
In my opinion, they should set some boundaries as to how much can be spent. And you know what? More times than not, the girl will appreciate the guy not overspending. And you know what? If they get a smaller diamond, they can always trade that up later to a larger diamond, and we give them the same amount they paid for it when they get traded into a larger diamond or another shape, or, you know.
Now, the question is,
Yeah.
will a larger diamond make a woman happier than a smaller diamond?
You know, some women it might. And, you know, some people, or some women and men, they may be more, the things that determine the value of a diamond. Of course, you know, your carat weight, which equates to size. That's a important factor to a lot. And then the make of the stone, which that can be construed as two things: the shape, you know, whether or not it's a pear shape or it's a round, but also the make is more to do with how well made the stone is in order to give you brilliance and brightness in the diamond. And then you have color. Your rarest colors are colorless. And then when you get a lot of color, like in the yellows and fancy yellows, the value goes way up. And they're very, very popular now. And then, of course, you've got clarity or lack of impurities that would block the light that reflects to give you the brightness. So those are the four things that determine the value of a diamond.
And you know, if I look at a diamond, they all look the same to me, but there's a big difference, right?
Of course, every diamond is probably about as different as a person. You know, and like people, we're still not cloning, and they're not cloning diamonds. And you can say there's diamonds that are flawless, under 10 power magnification, but if you run it up to 100 power, all diamonds are going to have some kind of impurity in them, as far as I know.
Well, it's been said, and it's a famous song, "Diamonds are a girl's best friend." After all these years as a proprietor in the jewelry business, would you agree or would you disagree with that assertion?
I think a diamond can be a good friend of a girl because you know, it's something that the boyfriend or the fiance gives that has value and beauty, and it's I think it originated as somewhat of something that they can show the world that they're engaged, and also it's kind of like a down payment or a deposit on a marriage contract, which by itself in every state has a lot of legal implications and laws. Mm-hmm. So I mean, you know, it's you're showing the world that, you know, you've given this woman something of value that she will have, and it's a non-refundable deposit.
So in other words,
on
you
a
cannot,
wedding contract
you cannot,
or a marriage
you
contract.
cannot withdraw the funds from the account after the deposit has been made.
Those are the general rules. Occasionally when they break up, now sometimes the girl, they may throw it back at them or give it back, but I mean, you know, it's given as a gift. You know, that's the history of it, and it's really and it is a good friend of the girl because it gives her something of value and beauty that she can have for the rest of her life and hand down to like a daughter or daughter-in-law. Or if she ever gets another one, she can wear it as a pendant. I mean, diamonds don't go bad. They're good forever. And historically, they have gone up in value significantly.
And diamonds don't break down. They don't deteriorate, do they?
Diamond is the hardest material there is, and they don't break down. And you know, that's one thing about a diamond. Why they you know, as you can wear them forever, and every facet stays just as sharp and polished, it's a really a rare material. Now, I will say this about them that a lot of people don't know. A diamond, as hard as it can be brittle. If you hit it at the wrong place, a diamond can break. But as far as hardness goes, it's the hardest material known, period.
Well, you've been around, Carter Jewelers has been around for, well, since the Civil War era. If anyone out there around the state that's looking at the program would want more information about what you're doing, Jerry, at Carter Jewelers, what is the web address? How do they reach you guys?
Well, they can come to 711 High Street, and they'll see one of the best selections in fine jewelry at really good prices. And you know, we have a great service department, and that's really the best way. You know, you can't really look at jewelry on the phone. Now, we do have a website that you can go on. Actually, you can just put in Carter Jewelers, and I think it'll pick up. But it's and it'll show all kinds of styles and things about us. But we're 2 blocks from the Capitol on High Street, and like I say, we were established in 1849, and somehow we didn't get burned down during the Civil War. We survived that.
Were you there at the grand opening?
Yeah, yeah, I was. The way I used to sell to Lee Letwinger, who was the 3rd owner of Carter Jewelers. I was in the wholesale business for about 25 years, and there was one thing I always swore I would never do, is be in the retail jewelry business. Lo and behold, I was about to retire from the jewelry business altogether. And anyway, the store came up for sale. Lee, God bless his soul, he got great guy. He got Alzheimer's. And his niece, who had actually signed a contract with some other people, and she told me that she really would like to sell the store to me, and that she could get out of that contract with them. And so I bought it, and you know what? It's been good to me. I will say this: it can be a lot of work. I think probably any retail business. Having been in the wholesale diamond business all my life, I didn't realize quite how involved it was to run a regional type jewelry store like Carter, with no family experience, only just wholesale diamond business. That was all that I'd ever done. So
well, we want to invite you back, and we need advice on buying diamonds and jewelry, and we want you to be our official diamond correspondent.
Do we have any more time?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something else that's also just as important as the diamond, is the mounting that you put the diamond in. It's really the way it's manufactured. You know, unfortunately, there's a lot of inexpensive, I hate to use the word cheap, cheaply made mountings where diamond jewelry is put into, where in order to just cut down on cost, you know, the prongs are too thin, the seats are cut too far, but anyway, the most expensive thing you can buy is cheap diamond jewelry. You need to buy good quality settings along with the whole piece, and I think our time's probably going. But anyway, if you need some jewelry, give us a shot. We've got a lot of pretty things.
Well, Jerry, thank you for being with us.
Edward,
and we're going to have you back soon to talk more about diamonds and jewelry in general, including maybe we'll talk about gold next time.
Okay, sure.
Okay, back after these words. Jerry Lake.
I had cracked teeth, crowns. My teeth were really, really bad. I started hearing about dental implant surgery. When I researched and saw what Clear Choice could do, I thought, maybe this is for me.
At Clear Choice, we bring hope to millions who suffer from missing or failing teeth with dental implants that look, feel, and function like strong, natural teeth.
all the specialists with all the technology they need are in one spot. It makes delivering this 21st century world-class dentistry very easy to do, and we do it in one day.
They can do something permanent that's always there. You never take it out, and it gives you that solid foundation.
Call today for your free consultation. We'll walk you through the entire procedure, including costs.
When those folks gave me the mirror and I looked at myself, these tears just makes you feel good. Clear Choice did that for me.
At Clear Choice, you're about to discover what you've been missing all these years. Call Clear Choice today.
Well, once again, we've got Mark Jones with us. Mark, welcome back.
Great to be back.
Now, you guys in Clinton, you are unveiling a new campaign. Tell us about your new video and the new campaign that you're undertaking right now.
The city came together over some focus groups and did some traditional advertising research, and we realized that people weren't making a connection to the city of Clinton. And so we wanted to do something that brought all people together from different backgrounds, racial, socioeconomic, nationalities, and it really told a story of the city of Clinton. What we heard was everyone had a group in which they belonged. So how do we capitalize on that and bring them together? And after much research and partnership with an ad agency owned by a former Clinton resident, Mad Genius, we came up with our brand promise, "You Belong Here," and we created a 3.5-minute custom-written song and music video that really explains in its own words who we are in Clinton, and that when it comes down to it, we're a group of people that believe in the value of learning, the value of family, and the value of community, and we invite people to engage with us, and that they belong in Clinton, whether it's to visit or to live.
I know you have a great history of the arts there, and from an education standpoint, I guess it's probably one of the oldest universities in the state, if not the oldest, right? Mississippi College.
Mississippi College was founded in 1826 and is the oldest institution of higher learning in the state of Mississippi.
The oldest?
The oldest.
That's really amazing. And it's a great history. Tell us a little bit about Clinton, if we look back in the past.
Clinton was originally founded around some natural springs that are still working there in town. One of them in Old Town near City Hall, another one right at the site of the old president's home at Mississippi College. And it was where people had resorts and hotels, and they'd come to actually experience the national healing properties of the springs. It was also right along the Natchez Trace. It's home to one of Mississippi's earliest governors, Walter Leake, and his homestead is still right there at Spring Ridge Road and Highway 80. So it's a city very steeped in history and also in Mississippi politics and in a way, Mississippi's educational background too.
And the Old Town area, the brick streets and such. White Waters has his famous studio there. Tell us about that part of town.
Old Town is a very unique place. It's about 8 to 10 square blocks right off the campus of Mississippi College. It's got historic brick streets that were hand laid by one gentleman back in the early 1900s. It's got 1920s, 1930s era buildings that we are working to not only maintain but enhance and maintain their historical nature. We've got some great businesses from some clothing boutiques, a bakery, a restaurant, several art studios, as well as some more restaurants and arts and Mississippi Craftwork type facilities there, plying their work every day to make Clinton stronger. It's a great backdrop. If you've ever noticed, most of Wyatt Waters' works are in many ways impacted or influenced by the brick streets of Old Town Clinton. And it's just a great place to spend a Saturday afternoon walking and quietly listening to the sounds around you and experiencing a little bit of the slower times and just to get away from the hustle and bustle.
I remember being there doing a photography shoot a few years ago, and it was very much like New Orleans in a way. I mean, the setting, the old historic quality was very authentic. It sort of reminded me of growing up where I grew up in New Orleans, you know.
And it's the backdrop for, as I mentioned earlier, the video that we shot, the 3.5-minute video. The brick streets became the backdrop for what we believe is significantly unique about Clinton, and it's preservation of history and what has made us strong, but it's also a glimpse towards the future and bringing that all together. And it's something that other cities are trying to replicate across the state of Mississippi and across the South, but it's something that's organic to Clinton.
So this is a music video basically, is a marketing tool for the city.
It is.
Is this sort of unique within the marketing of various cities around the state? Or is everyone doing this, or is this something new?
I'm not aware of any other city that has approached a marketing strategy in this way. We needed a tool that would bring us all together, something that would rally us all and explain the "You Belong Here" promise. It's a promise that we make to our residents, but it's a promise we make to the people who will visit and potentially make Clinton home, that they belong here, that you belong here in Clinton. And the song brings it all together. We used a Clinton resident who's also just a very talented singer. Her name's Jacqueline Pilcher, and we brought her. She graciously donated her time and talent to share the song, record the song. It's custom written for the city of Clinton, and I believe when you watch this video, it really tells the story of Clinton without telling the story of Clinton.
You know, I mean, it's so refreshing to hear this type of approach to, you know, wanting people to come and you know, and be a part of a city. It's a refreshing change of pace, you know, in your marketing. And I know that you can deliver the goods too, because Clinton is a great place. It's a wholesome place and a lot of great things over there. So, if you don't mind, we'll show the video. Can we do it?
Perfect.
Okay, good. Mark Jones, Communications Director, City of Clinton. Now, let's take a look at, what is it?
You Belong Here from
You Belong
Jacqueline
Here.
Pilcher.
Here we go.
Life is filled with many simple pleasures here. In southern skies and old surprises always near. You can feel there's something in the air when the sun is shining everywhere. This Mississippi town sings the sweetest song. The words you know will help you grow, so come along. Our hearts run true from dusk till dawn. And when you're here, you know that you belong. Yes, when you're here, I know that you belong. You belong here. You belong here. Take my hand and share this land. You will see that you belong here. You belong here. Let's go strolling downtown through the old brick streets. I'll kick back in a rocking chair to feel complete. Aroma in the air, smelling oh so sweet. Fresh at 5 and fireflies are all you need. This neighborhood is peaceful, all wrapped up in green, with wind gently sweeping over you and me. When the sun goes down, you're in the company of stars draped in velvet. Can't you feel that breeze? Stars draped in velvet, oh, just feel that breeze. You belong here. You belong here. Take my hand and share this land. You will see that you belong here. You belong here. You belong here. You
At Carter Jewelers, all permanently marked down jewelry is now 50 to 70% off. We purchased Cartier type quality diamond jewelry from a company changing their brand name. We're selling this jewelry at closeout prices.
I have built a lot of diamond jewelry with better quality and prices than 90% national brand, with 1 carat start at $1,000.
Neptune cultured pearls now 60% off. Whole case of diamond jewelry under $200 with a regional selection of jewelry including Pandora.
Ingalls Shipbuilding is hiring electricians, structural welders, machinists, ship fitters, pipe fitters, and pipe welders in our Pascagoula, Mississippi site. Signing bonuses available for pipe welders only. Positions are union represented. Come build your career with Ingalls Shipbuilding. Go to www.huntingtoningalls.com/careers or call 888-935-1507. Well, thank you, Miss Nellie Mack and our Nightique Orchestra for being with us for this edition of Nightique. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Jerry Lake, thanks for being with us tonight. And Mark Jones, Communications Director from the City of Clinton, thank you for showing us the new video that you guys have produced promoting the City of Clinton. Our website is nightique.com, NIGHTIQUE.com. We've got shows archived there, and you can contact us through the site. See you next time on Nightique.